Hi, it's Sean with Today. I'm here outside the West Side Theater here in Manhattan, where for 5 years, Little Shop of Horrors has been running off-Broadway. But right now, you can catch Jinkx Monsoon, the queen of all queens, the queen of theater, making history in the lead of the show. But it's just one of the many things she's got going on. She's got a return to Chicago. She's got Carnegie Hall next year. She's in Doctor Who.
What are you?
I am music.
Let's go talk to her.
I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
My job right now is a dream come true. I'm excited to go to work every day. I'm at a point in my life that just feels really exciting to be given this chance to play this character in this really stellar production.
What's been your relationship with Little Shop over the years and all the different variations that it's existed?
Well, it was just a favorite in my family, and to sum it up, when I got mono my freshman year of high school,
classic.
I don't know how I got that. I would put on Little Shop of Horrors, the VHS. I had to rewind it. But I'd wake up and it would be wherever it is in the film, and if I'd wake up and it was static, I'd just rewind it and press play and start it again for like a week and a half. So I think it's just been embedded in my psyche since at least high school.
Yeah. And you're doing it right alongside Corbin Blue.
What a cool segue.
Right?
Really good journalism there.
But when you found out that it would be Corbin, what was your reaction?
Is it appropriate to say, oh God? No, that's so stupid. No, it was like this. I was really excited that it was going to be someone who had done the role before, because I know how fun it can be to come back to a role after you've had a break. Like, when you end a production, like something sometimes happens like a couple weeks later where you're like, I just had this great idea, or something happens to you and you're like, oh, I understand something different. I would love to have incorporated this, you know? So when you get to return to a role, you get that chance. And then I start asking around, what's Corbin like? Corbin has this amazing reputation. Just like no one has a bad thing to say about him. And we found out we have a lot of similarities. We're both video game nerds. We both have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated one, not the...
Sure. We won't speak. Off the record.
But Corbin and his wife are big Drag Race fans, and but I didn't know that right away. He's super chill, super easy to work with, and a very, very generous stage partner. You know, like, I feel like we both go on stage and I don't even have to think. I just turn into Audrey, and it all takes. I guess the phrase in New York is "it's in the pocket."
Oh.
Where did that come from? Everyone won't shut up about the pocket.
The pocket's really having a moment right now. Obviously, the big moment is Suddenly Seymour, and I'm so interested in that song because one of my favorite renditions of that, weirdly, is from an episode of The Late Late Show with James Corden. MJ Rodriguez and George Salazar performed it. They were doing it at the Pasadena Playhouse. And obviously MJ is an incredible actress, singer.
She's been on my mind a lot. I remember seeing clips like the one you're talking about and feeling inspired and feeling like, oh my gosh, are we getting there? You know, like, and with Angelica Ross in Chicago, it just feels like our society is ready, in spite of the privileged minority who thinks the entire world should operate for them. I feel like a lot of people are really, really ready for this shift in consciousness and understanding and empathy. and it starts in our arts and entertainment, and to be trusted and invited into this production in this role is just really, really an honor. And so I think about people like MJ and Angelica paving the way, and Peppermint, you know, and
like Alex Newell and Jay Harrison.
Oh my gosh, Alex Newell winning a Tony!
Yeah.
I've known Alex for years, and it's so exciting to be able to celebrate your friend doing something so historic. Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of a funny dichotomy that like theater is considered such a queer-friendly space, right? And yet so many of these firsts and so much of this history is being made just in the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the tide is turning to kind of meet where theater could be or should be?
Yeah, I do feel, I mean, I think this is me being here is an example of it, you know? And what I want to say about that is like we need to give more and more chances to people who have proven that they got the goods. Yeah. And you know, the anxiety that I came into this, and really anytime I've performed with all eyes on me, being a trans feminine person, being a drag queen in this industry, you know, I'm worried about messing up because I'm like, if I mess up, is this going to be the last time that someone gets an opportunity? So I want to say, give the opportunity, allow for room to improve. You know, like the only way that we can become better artists is to be given the opportunity, because I learned so much. Like, I felt good going into Chicago. I felt amazing leaving it. And I just felt so charged and powerful, and I took that into Doctor Who. And it just all keeps feeding into it. And then I get to come into this production after that wonderful year, feeling like I can do this, you know? But that took a year.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of people.
Yeah.
Trusting me and seeing that it's time to trust people.
Speaking of people who have proven it, I mean, the last time we sat down like this, I think it was 6 days before your Chicago debut, and before you were breaking all these records. Let me like get the actual record right. The highest grossing non-holiday week in the production's 26-year history. I think 2 weeks in a row you broke that record, at least, possibly. Because that was making headlines at the time a year ago. Do you feel like that kind of cracked the shift in a new way?
All I would say to that is, okay, so hello, we proved it. And I think I've been talking about trust. It's not just about trusting the artist, it's about trusting your audience. And it's, I think, about really listening to people. That's how we make steps forward. That's how we make true progress. We need to start listening.
And then you're going back to Chicago after this. And like you said before, it's about like when you go back to a production, or when you leave a production, you're like, oh, I could have done this, or you've gone through this in your life. Mm-hmm. Or do you feel like that's true for you going back to Chicago?
Absolutely. Because one of the biggest, you know, we talk a lot about being present on stage, and being present in your life, you know, being really like, I'm gonna take a front seat to my own life. I'm not gonna be passive about it. And I say that when I have delegated so many responsibilities. But, you know, when you choose to be present in your life, for me, that was cutting out alcohol. You know, that was a big part of it. But I have made a lot of strides in being present in my life, and that helps me be more present on stage. And then being more present on stage, it goes, I bet this would work more in life too. So, you know, I feel like there's a beautiful synchronicity in my life right now, and appreciating it. I try to be silly these days. I try my best to be silly, to counter stress with silliness, because stress doesn't make a bad situation better.
That's true. It's easier to forget.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with Nymphia Wynn and Sasha Colby at Sasha's show.
And the Nymphia and Plain Jane and Saphira came and saw me on opening night. And you know what? It's a moment where it's easy to celebrate your friends, because when people are coming for you from angles you weren't expecting, it only makes you want to celebrate your friends louder.
Yeah. So you're in Doctor Who this new season. What was it like seeing your face flash up in that trailer, and what can you tell us about your character?
Do you want the candid answer?
Whatever you'd like.
Well, I said, wow, the last footage of my old face. No, I don't know. As a big-time fan of Russell T Davies, as a big-time fan of the Who-universe, you know, as a fan of Shooty and Millie, I don't know. It's just like, I just feel like I've been repeating myself so much, because dream come true, dream job.
Let's talk about Carnegie Hall. It's still a year off.
I'm so excited because I've already started planning, but when I actually create the show, it will be with my longtime collaborator, Ben Whitcomb, who will be co-writing and directing my show at Carnegie Hall.
Does that feel like a dream come true to do it?
Oh, thank God, yes. I approached Dela to direct my Carnegie Hall show, and then she countered with, yes, and I would like to co-write it with you. And I was so excited to hear that, because I like improvising a lot more than I like writing, you know? But I do my best work with Dela.
And I saw you were just at Carnegie Hall seeing Patti LuPone's show, and then you met her backstage. Did you ask her for any advice about being on that stage?
I was trying really hard to play it cool. I was trying really, really hard to play it cool. But I had to do my compulsory gushing, and mostly we talked about company on the West End. But truly, I said this to her, and I believe it, and I feel like saying it again. I feel like I've learned so much about singing and being a singer from just being a fan of Patti LuPone. It's incredible.
I mean, she's also perfect at famously just handling anybody in the crowd. And then I was wondering, like, with all the years you spent in drag venues, I'm sure you've heard, like, any kind of heckle in the book. And you were also just mentioning before some of the things you hear in the crowd in Chicago. Do you feel like you could handle a heckler just as well as Patti LuPone?
If it were in a show that I wrote and was performing, absolutely. In an established scripted show, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you have to be Patti LuPone before you can do what she did. But like I said, I like improv, so I don't know how to answer that question, but I'm sure one will come to me if it ever happens.
You said before you like being silly. Do you want to improv right now? I'll just throw out some heckles and you try to keep it composed.
Okay. Do you want to know where I met him?
Do Judy! Do Judy Garland!
I don't feel like doing Judy Garland right now, because I'm in the middle of this show, and that's the show that all of these people paid for. So if you wouldn't mind putting your phone away, audience, do you think you could tell this person how you feel about their behavior so I can get on with my fabulous love scene? That's how I would handle it. I don't know. Who knows if that's how it would actually be. I'd probably feel a white hot rage and go into a trance, so who knows what would happen.
Your performance of When You're Good to Mama at the Drag Race finale last year, it got me like emotional watching it, because it felt like a culmination of so much. Not just for you of like You said on that show years ago you wanted to bring drag to Broadway, and there you were bringing Broadway back to Drag Race. It also felt like just a triumph for the community that was involved with this show. What did that performance mean to you?
I mean, you nailed it, really, honestly. And to hear you nail it like that, it's really lovely because that's exactly what I wanted that moment to be, and that's exactly what it felt like to me. I felt, you know, just really happy. And I said it that night, you know, they had, I can't even remember what was written for me to say, but I said, when you spend your whole life knowing who you're supposed to be, and then you have to fight to be that person, and then you get there, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be, it's just an incredible feeling. Since then, I have felt like just, oh my God, Chad Michaels used to say galvanized, and so I think of her every time I say galvanized, but that's the word, I feel galvanized. Thanks, Chad.
Well, I'll end with this. You wrote something beautiful on Instagram a couple weeks ago about it's never too late.
Yeah.
And I know you were talking, you were using that to refer to your medical transition, but I feel like that feels so true for so much of what you've done in the last few years. What does that statement mean to you now?
Oh, you know, as a person who is a recovering alcoholic, as a person who's 36 and just now beginning my medical transition, but I have been living this way since, I mean, I have been me for a long time, right? And so there was a little bit of like, it took a trans elder saying, it's never too late. It took my mom making sure I knew that she absolutely supported me. It all just kind of coalesced, and I never imagined that I'd be playing Audrey at the same time as I'm transitioning into my femness, and I just feel like, well, wow, this is really cool. I'm having the time of my life. Everything is just, people say, like, what are you going to do next? And lately I've just been saying just more of what I'm doing. I'm like really happy.
I'd say I'll see you the next time you make history, but at this rate, that'll be in like 3 weeks from now.
Let's do this again in about a year and see what's happening.
Thank you, Jinkx.
Thank you.
This is lovely.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.